This video is a tutorial on how to start your first podcast with Podhome. I have a checklist here that you and I will both walk through. This is a very simple checklist, and we're going to go through it slowly so you feel confident to start a real podcast for yourself, for your business, or for whatever reason you want to start a podcast. Everyone should have a podcast, in my opinion.
Podcasts are cool.
The first step, create a podcast. How do we do that? We're going to go over to Podhome. And this is assuming you have already purchased the Podhome subscription for $15.99 a month as a hosting service. You're going to click on Create a New Show. And then once you do that, you're going to be prompted to create the show title, show description. You're going to type in the author's name. This could be a stage name if you want to do a fake name. The owner's name. This is your real name. You're going to put in your email so that we can verify who you are and you are the correct owner of the podcast. You're going to type in the language that your podcast is, and then there's a couple categories that your podcast will be fit in, and these can change at any time that you want. And I'm going to fill this out right now. After all these fields are filled out, you're going to scroll down to the very bottom just to double check that you have everything. You're going to see a show website section. You don't need to type in anything in this area. Unless you do have a pre-existing website that you want to connect this podcast to, you don't need to do anything with this. Podhome will make a separate website for your podcast automatically. So don't do anything here. The show type, is it episodic or episodic with seasons or serial? I just chose episodic. And then for the explicit language, I didn't want to click this on because I just don't want to curse. And this is mainly just to tell the audience what to expect when they listen to your show. And then, is this a private show? No, this is not. This is going to be a public show. You would only want to select this toggle on for private show if this was literally just like a private thing for your business, or for close friends, or for people that you might know that are out of the country and there's no other way to talk to them. But this is just off. Both of these toggles are off. And then after that, you're going to need an image. What we do here for this image is we're going to go to Canva. Canva is free, if you didn't know. The specifications for the image is at a minimum of 1400 by 1400 dimensions or 3000 by 3000. That's all you need to know. Go over to Canva. Canva is free, and you're going to click Create a Design, and then we're going to go to Custom Size, and we're just going to max it out, 3000 by 3000 pixels. Just make it simple. And then what we're going to do, we're just going to do I'll just do some words here. All right, so I have my image. I just did a simple gradient and so just some words. We're going to download this. And then once we have this downloaded, it's going to download pretty fast just because it's a PNG. Head on over back to Podhome. And then as soon as it's downloaded, what you can do, it's going to be in your download section. Podcast image, open. Now the image is loaded. We're looking pretty legit here. Now we can say create show. Now, once we have that, now we're in the official dashboard. This is it. You have analytics, you have dynamic content, achievements. I've made different videos about all these different sections and tabs. What we're going to do, but we need to, well, first of all, let's go to our checklist. Create a new podcast. We did that. Check. Now we need to record our first episode or first trailer, okay? In this example, I'm going to do a trailer, just like a simple 30-second trailer. All right, I'm recording my screen so you can see this in real time. So the simplest way to record your first episode or a trailer for your podcast is just on your phone. I'm going to go head on over to voice memos, and then we're just going to hit record right now and say, hey, welcome to what do I want to say here? Welcome to my brand new podcast called Home and Friends. This is where I talk about what's going around in my neighborhood, and I might be talking with some friends of mine. It might be funny, it might be dramatic, it might be serious, it might be silly, but regardless, it's going to be a lot of fun and really interesting. So I hope you enjoy it and tune in each week. Thank you. All right, so now that we have that, we recorded that podcast, but what we need to do now is, let me just title this trailer. And now we need to do a quick little edit on this. Within this, now when you're in the voice memo app or any other type of editing software, all you want to do is just do some little trims. So what we can do is like, when did I start out here? Say, hey, welcome to my, what do I want to say? Welcome to my brand new podcast called Home and Friends. All right, so I started like this section, starting like this area right here, right? Welcome to my brand new podcast called Home and Friends. This is where I talk about what. Welcome to my brand new podcast called Home and Friends. This is where I talk about what's going around in my neighborhood, and I might be talking with some friends of mine. It might be fun, but really interesting. So I hope you enjoy it and tune in each week. Thank you. All right, so now that we did some editing, now I need to upload the audio to Podhome. So how do we do that? In our dashboard, click on New Episode. And then what I'm going to do, I'm also going to airdrop this audio to my computer. So I airdropped it, or you can email it to yourself. Any way that you know how to transfer a file, do that route. My trailer file is right here. All we got to do is just click and drag. Bada bing, bada boom, right there. And now it's uploading, really short time because it's just like barely 30 seconds. Podhome will take in the audio, process it, and you have some AI options if you want to enhance the audio, or if you want to have the AI create some automatic chapters. Just for this trailer, we don't really need that right now, but if you want to do it, do it. For the episode title, I will type in trailer. Simple as that. And then I'm going to hit Save Changes. And then what we have that. So once you have that and you save all the changes, you can go to the episode section and you can actually see that we have it right here. It's 23 seconds long. You can continue to edit it. And you know what? Since I have it, I'm going to say Start Podhome AI Processing, because I want to generate the description, just the description, just for this one, because I like it. I just don't like writing descriptions. It's like annoying. I don't really want to do it. So hang on while we automatically generate things for your episode. So Podhome does everything. This is why I like Podhome, because they do these automatic services. So the AI automatically made a description, which I think looks good. We can keep on moving forward. You're going to put in your show image. This is going to be the same one that we put in earlier. You don't have to add an episode image. When you don't, apps will just show your original show artwork that you first uploaded. When you do, that artwork will be for that specific episode. So this all looks pretty good so far. If you want to customize anything, if you want to put in your own name in the People tab for the episode, do that. You'll see that the AI had the transcript, which is right here. There's also a chapter section that the AI will automatically create, clips. You can even add music into your podcast if you want to do that. If everything looks good here, we're going to go up here to this section called Publish Now. And then Publish Now, and then Save Changes. And now, officially, your first episode, your trailer for your podcast is now up and running, but it exists on the internet, but it's not anywhere yet. So we need to distribute this now. So head on over to the distribution tab on the left-hand side. Now, in this distribution section, you're going to see your RSS feed. Now, this is your feed. This is your RSS feed. This is what you own. This is your show. This is how you're going to get your show in a bunch of different podcast apps. You're going to put this RSS feed in what's called directories. So Apple has a directory, Castabox has a directory, Pocket Cast, Overcast, Castro, Podcast Index. So Podhome is going to automatically submit your RSS feed to Podcast Index. There's like 1,000 different podcast apps. The podcast apps look for RSS feeds within directories. So now we have our podcast in this one directory. So now certain podcast apps that are hooked up to this index, to this directory, will see our podcast. I want to focus on Amazon Music because you have to manually do that. We're going to click on the link to go to Amazon Music. You're going to have to log in to your Amazon account or create one to manually submit your RSS feed. Once you do all that, once you log in, you're going to copy and paste your feed, and then you're just going to paste it in there. We're going to hit submit. And usually this takes within under 24 hours. You're going to have to go through a confirmation process with your email. That's why you put your email in with Podhome, so all these sources can send you a confirmation. And the cool thing about Amazon Music is that it goes to the Amazon Music app and Audible. And then once you do that, just wait a little bit. For this process, it took me within 15 minutes. Amazon is pretty quick with their stuff for approval. So now we have a dashboard for Amazon Music. Let's confirm that it's actually in a couple apps. So I'm going to have two different screenshots coming up here in a moment of two different apps, Fountain and Amazon Music, just to confirm that the podcast is actually playing. So we have Fountain on the right and Amazon Music on the left. If we go through here, just do a little search for the trailer, Home and Friends. And then we just got to scroll down a little bit. Boom, right there. It's in the podcast section, of course. And then we can just hit play. And then bada bing, bada boom. Welcome to my brand new podcast called Home and Friends. It's as easy as that. So we put it in the directory. We uploaded it. We checked off, look at this. 1, 2, and then we confirm that it's in the app. That's how you start a podcast, guys. This is not hard. It's very easy. It's very attainable. It's very simple to do on your phone. You can even do all this on your phone if you wanted to. You don't have to, but if you wanted to, you could. I have a bunch more videos and tutorials and walkthroughs about how to use Podhome. The Podcast Normie channel is here to help you. So I encourage you to like and subscribe for more videos coming every week and to start your own podcast today, because I think everyone should have a podcast. Thank you.